You're listening to the Agony Column News Report featuring interviews, phone interviews, reports from live book events and festivals, and conversations with readers. You can find additional news, interviews, book reviews, and more 5 days a week at the Agony Column website at trashotron.com/agony. Christopher Renstrom has been a practicing astrologer since 1985. He currently writes the daily horoscopes for the San Francisco Chronicle and sfgate.com. He created the horoscope column for Allure magazine, and Renstrom's horoscopes were carried on Verizon, Sprint, and Alltel. He conceived and developed Ask the Astrologer for LifetimeTV.com. RulingPlanets.com is his vision of an online subscription-based interactive astrology magazine. It's based on his book, Ruling Planets. Thank you for joining me, Christopher.
Thank you for having me on.
Christopher, I've always been fascinated by astrology and reading my horoscope because whether or not I believe in the veracity or accuracy or where it comes from, it always gives me kind of a different take on whatever the day is. And I really like that kind of, it really helps me to get out of my head. And I always wondered too about the actual practice of writing, because this is actually a writing task. You have to write something, and you have to write it on a daily basis. So talk a little bit about how you became interested in astrology and how you that interest led to actually writing horoscopes.
Well, sure. I became interested in astrology when I was attending NYU. And what I found fascinating about it, I actually first hooked into astrology through art history, through the iconography and the symbolism, which was so involved in astrology. And so it completely intrigued me and fascinated me. And then to learn that there was a whole system or whole language that went with it, as well as a history, was completely absorbing and mesmerizing for me. So I began, like most astrologers do, we practice under someone or we learn under someone. It's very sort of guild-like in that way. You have an expert that you study under. And my teacher, her name was Carolyn Esnian in New York City, and an amazing astrologer. She studied under Zoltan Mason, who was a big deal at the time. And, you essentially learn from, I know it sounds a little odd, but you learn from a master. You learn from someone who is at the top of the craft. And so I would start, like most astrologers did, with horoscopes.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?